Good morning, everyone. Last night I had a dream about a mist coming across the country. Um, in the dream, I was at university or something like that. It was some kind of big institution, of higher learning or maybe a huge hotel. But in the dream, I was on an overpass. On the overpass, there were a lot of vendors, like food vendors. Somehow I was affiliated or connected with the university or place because I knew that I had authority to go and get another cart or whatever it was that was out there. But I was um, being a patron of a vendor, and I was standing at the hot dog stand. I think I was trying to make some hash browns or something. It doesn't matter, but there was a horde of people that was approaching the stand, and one of them was a huge black man, like 6'7", and I like big black men. And so it should have been something that was like, yay. But I was like, oh my gosh, it was okay. And he was approaching me, and I didn't know him previously, not personally. And he started, it was like he had this big goofy smile on his face. It was like, and he was just like right on top of me, and which was okay. But somehow I understood him. And I couldn't get rid of him. It's like he was right on top of me. So finally, I was like, I kept telling him, move, leave me alone, give me space, give me some room, and he wouldn't. So I ended up like going to another cart to try to get whatever I was getting. He followed me again. I don't know how I finally shook him, but he was like literally right on top of me. I don't know how I finally got rid of him. I think I just got loud and just like, leave me alone. Everybody knew. But it was like I thought that he was under his own recognizance of his own mind state, but I realized that he wasn't because it continued to happen. Like the overpass was on a perpendicular with another overpass, which had like maybe one card on it. But all these people were coming from this one direction. There was another horde of people that came through, and some of them were running and making that same, that same noise, and they were just running and trying to run. They were kind of funny with their running, and they were like the mist, and you could barely see it, but it was a very thin mist, like somebody just, I don't know, sprayed something, or I don't know. It was just a very thin mist, and people were like trying to run from it. And like I remember first walking towards it because I wanted to ask people what was going on, but when they were saying that and I looked, I kind of walked back. And so I started going along with the team of people, going towards the perpendicular. But then when we were going towards the perpendicular, there were other people that were running up that same ramp. And one of the guys caught me by the arm. It was another black man, and he wouldn't let me go. And it wasn't where he was not definitely not trying to hurt me. It was just like he just caught me and he just didn't want to let me go. And again, I don't think he was operating fully of his own mind state. And I kept trying to get away from him. Finally, I did, and I don't know what ended up happening, but somehow I fell, or somebody caught me, and I remember starting to sing the song. I can't sing it the way I did in my dream, but it was like, Jesus, Jesus, hallelujah, Jesus. I was trying to, I was trying to get up, but I couldn't. And I think I was paralyzed under the spell of whatever was going on, the mist or whatever. And I couldn't move. And so I started, like, I guess in that song, calling God's name, trying to get myself to move. And so everything kind of, the more I sang it, everything kind of went black. And then I became conscious. And I was trying to move, but it was very hard to move. And I thought I could move, but I couldn't because I even tried just moving my neck and I couldn't. And then And this is me waking up out of the dream. And then finally I kept singing it and I was louder. I was like, Jesus. I can't do it the way I did. It was like screaming loud singing. Jesus. I don't remember. Jesus. Hallelujah. It was like at the top of my lungs. Jesus. 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 Hallelujah. Jesus. It was loud. And then finally it's like I kept louder and louder until, like, behind the darkness of my eyelids in the semi-conscious state, I could see like the blood vessels. You know what I'm saying? Like red, like the red, almost about to pop, but I didn't care. I was singing louder and louder. And then finally I broke out of it and I woke up. So I'm sure there was a lot of other parts of the dream that I'm not recalling, but um, that's the portion of it that I did want to share with you. Amazing, right? Yeah, so, and I've had, about a month ago, I had a lot of other dreams, but I didn't record them. And like I said, this is half-assed recording, but there were a lot of dreams that were very pertinent, but I kind of put them out of my mind. Yeah, so, Jesus, Jesus, hallelujah, Jesus.